You're watching the Touchliner Podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Yo guys, welcome back to the Touchliner Season 3, Episode 17. Different setup. I mean, we did this a few weeks ago. I'm on a call here with my associate, Benjamin
Hello.
Chapman III.
How are we? How are we today? I'm in a great mood. You see this team here? I'm in a great mood. Because my team won 4-0. It was 4-0 this week. Isak just on the craziest run of form right now. Jacob Murphy learned how to shoot, finally. We've been waiting. Am I right? How did your week go, Mr. Naya?
So if we look in the background, we've got Wayne Rooney scoring an overhead kick, 2011. Win the derby and win the league. We've got Premier League winners all behind me there. You can see from 2011. I even painted the badge. That's how much I love the club. Today, this week, ladies and gentlemen, I am back to feeling disconnected. Obviously, we were on a high last week with that derby win, but, you know, it's a shame. We'll get into depth, but, you know, we have had two disappointing results for different reasons, I'd say. But yeah, I mean, literally polar opposite to Newcastle. So I think we can start with the League Cup games, because that's what came first in the week. So we had the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. We had Arsenal beating Southampton. We had Liverpool beating... Arsenal beating Crystal Palace. Liverpool beating Southampton. Newcastle thrashing?
Brentford? Destroying Brentford, some would say. Destroying.
What? I would say it was the Tonali show. Do you agree?
Tonali, he's finding his own now. And the fact that Eddie Howe's talked before about how much it's been a struggle to find the position for Tonali in the system that he's playing. Because he's got Bruno, he's got Joe Linton, he's got Longstaff and Willock, all with little various different roles in the midfield. So now that we've found what is working best for Tonali, which is sitting deep in that six, we're seeing a lot more freedom and open communication from Bruno and Tonali. They swap a lot easier now. So if one is overcommitting, the other one drops a lot better. We're cooking. The midfield is cooking. In the past two games, our midfield has destroyed the other teams. Yes, Ipswich and Brentford, not the highest quality of midfield, but we stopped Brentford and we smashed Ipswich. Okay? We took Brentford with two of the top goal scorers in the league out of the cup. Like that. Just threw them away. Spat on them as they went out as well. It was a little too easy, if you ask me. But we move on to your cup game. Tell me about how your game went. I'm interested to hear from a United fan what your experience was like.
So, United played Spurs away from home, and I knew as soon as we got this draw that it wasn't going to be easy. But what I didn't expect is for Tottenham to be absolute crap, because they were, right? I'm not gonna lie. They were not good. You know, it's not like we lost to a world-class team. They went 3-0 up. I'd say at halftime it was 1-0. It was quite close. We could have definitely taken more advantage of the fact that they were quite open still at that point, but again, up front, a lot of problems. They get 2 goals quickly, literally one right after we kick off, and then get another with Solanke, and it's 3-0, and I'm thinking it's game over. But all of a sudden, Fraser Forster, you bum, you are trash. You are trash, right? Not to say that Bayende wasn't trash, okay?
He was ass as well. We know that Bayende is a bum.
Bozo
okay?
versus Bozo. It was a Bozo off, okay? But straight away, he makes a short pass when he's trying to play it out the back. Bruno squares it, Xerxes. 3-1. Fine. Whatever. And then the ball goes back to Forster after 3 minutes. He takes too long. Ahmed slide tackles. Literally kicks it into Ahmed. 3-2. I'm like, that's it. When is the equalizer coming? never comes. We got chances. Mazraoui had a chance. A few other people got chances. Just weren't making the right decisions. And then in the end, we concede a corner, which, yeah, man. Son straight from the corner.
Crazy.
Good
Insane.
goal. Very good
Insane
goal.
to watch
Should
that.
the keeper be saving it? Yes. Was it a foul? Yes. Is it an excuse? I don't think so. You should.
I think it's a light foul. It's a very light foul. But the keepers are so protected.
Keepers are protected. So because of it's 2024, if there was VAR, which there wasn't, I'd say it was a foul. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, we would have won if no. Bayende had a shocker. He should have saved the first goal. He should have claimed this fourth goal. Martinez as well also had a shocking game. Not to say that the rest of the team also weren't crap. But yeah, literally, it cost us. Ahmed coming off the bench for a goal and assist. I mean, literally, in 96th minute, we get a consolation to Johnny Evans. Yeah, man, we started Anthony, and I'm okay to take that loss if it means that I never see Anthony start for Man United ever again. Because he proved to everyone he's not good enough. Everyone saw. He started in the front three and he was rubbish. He offered nothing. Ahmed and him are like day and night. But yeah, it was Mainu and Xerxes changed the game, you know, and they earned a place to start this weekend, which we'll move on to later. But they did earn their place to start this weekend. But yeah, Amorim, I think, coached a win against Tottenham. Individual errors, the name of the game. But we got knocked out. And Newcastle are 3 wins away from a trophy. Again.
We're back here. The nerves are kicking in. We got Arsenal in the semi-finals. Home. Away first,
Yeah.
and then home in the second leg. I think that's the best thing we could have hoped for, because you don't want to go to the Emirates with like just a 1 or 2 goal lead, because they can pump you anytime in the Emirates, in my opinion.
That's true.
So, like, I think it's better that we have the second leg, and God, I just love to smash Arsenal out of the Carabao Cup, because you know if they went through, they'd be raving. If they won the whole thing, they'd be raving about Arteta, the best manager in the league.
Yeah.
But if they get knocked out by us, it'll be Carabobbins Cup. No one even cares about it. It's just no one cares. So
no one cares unless they win. You know, no one cares unless they win. But I think you've got to. I don't know. It's really hard for you guys to win it, because you've got to. If you let's say you beat Arsenal, you're probably going to face Liverpool in the final. So
yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think we can do it. I'm going to say right now, I think we can do it. We are just hitting the best form at the moment that we've played all season. I know that we have to wait until February to actually play that second leg of the semi-finals, but as long as we have a good January, get some dead weight sold, okay? Get rid of Miguel Almiron, get rid of Callum Wilson, get some money in for these bums, okay, and then spend it on a decent right winger and maybe even another centre back, because Shah's getting old and Botman's still not back yet, so we don't know when that's going to happen. It's looking up as a Newcastle fan. We're 8th in the table now, so if we win our next game and the 3 teams above us lose, we go 4th. So that's the way this league is. 2 wins from 12th and you're instantly a 4th. That's the sort of levels we're talking about.
Yeah.
So
no, that's true. That's true. And I think that's a good segue into the Premier League games. Now, it's been quite an interesting weekend, I'd say. It's literally started with City losing again.
shock.
Again, 2-1 away to Villa. 1 win in 12. And yeah, did you see that picture of Grealish holding this up?
I didn't. No, I didn't. They're all holding things up to the fans now. What's going on there?
Yeah, I know. And someone said that him holding up 3 is like a cashier bragging about the economy improving.
Yeah, because they've had such a minor effect on winning those.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he means 3 league titles while
yes,
he's been there.
he's won 3. Yes.
This guy, man, he had like one decent season at Manchester City, and we've not seen him since. Like, just go back to Villa. Just go back to Villa
I wouldn't even say he's had a decent season, because if we're comparing to his time at Villa, I still think Villa's his peak. If I say who's the best version, which is the best version of Jack Grealish, he was at Villa. I don't think he's the one at City.
Definitely.
And I think there was a clip on TalkSport of Darren Bent, lol, if you remember Darren Bent, talking about Grealish and Rashford, and the host is saying, why are we treating them differently? Grealish has got 1 goal in 40-something games. If Rashford was in that position, he'd be crucified. And Bent said, oh, but Grealish's body language is better. What do you mean?
Interesting.
What?
Also, but Grealish is not a goal-scoring forward, whereas Marcus Rashford is. Like, Grealish will do a lot more than Rashford won't.
I mean, no, he should be doing a lot more, but he's not. He's not doing anything. And he was 100 million. He was 100 million.
Yeah, that's true.
Which people forget. Like, this guy costs more than Rodri. He costs more than Haaland. He costs more than a lot of City's team. He is a big flop, man. He doesn't get enough attention because it's, oh, Jack Grealish, on the pipes, he's so funny. Oh.
One of the boys. No, you're just shit.
Shit alcoholic. That's what you are, right? You've got the wife cheater in Kyle Walker. Then you've got the shit alcoholic in Jack Grealish.
And obviously the whole club is just cheaters, anyways. So
yes, cheating
115 or 130 maybe.
It's not a good time to be a fan of a club in Manchester. That's the way I'll put it.
It's true.
Poor, very poor. But yeah, I mean, people are saying, I've heard a lot of pundits say, oh, but they've lost Rodri and De Bruyne, you can't put it against Pep. What do you mean? Like, it's not just United. Last season, how many injuries did you guys have? How many injuries did we have? How many injuries did everyone have? And they were like, oh, you should still be winning games. You should still be getting results. It's not really an excuse if you're missing 5 or 6 players. But now all of a sudden, City, who have the most deep squad in the world, or maybe second, behind Real Madrid. You lose 2 players and that's an excuse? I don't think so. And especially De Bruyne. De Bruyne washed, man. Like, he plays now, not the same. We saw it. We saw it last week. We saw it this week.
It's interesting to see for me when I watch Villa, actually. And I see that Villa are going through their Champions League sort of stage right now. And actually, they're not really struggling that much with injuries. And you're expecting them to sort of decline or slowly, slow down their performances, but they're actually not. They're actually still maintaining a decent level right now. So I wonder if later on in the season will be more of a harder fall off for Aston Villa. In that, just going off of talking about injuries. That's just the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah, we've been saying it. We've been saying it since they qualified last year. I think there is a good chance because it looks like they're going to go through, and we won't, like you said, we won't see the effects until probably like February, March time. That is literally makes or breaks seasons. So yeah, I think that's when we'll see a lot, and then we'll see Ross Barkley starting every game, which will be quite funny.
I can't wait. Finally gets his redemption arc.
But he's been good though. He's been scoring goals for them. He's been a decent signing, I think. You could have used him, I reckon. Newcastle
would have been nice. I don't know if you would have fit in with us at the moment, but because we're kind of overloaded in the middle now, because we've got like 5 or 6 midfielders that we can't really fit into one system right now. Or it's taken us this long to figure out where Tonali should go. So I don't want to bring Barkley involved and then not be able to find a space for the 10. Yeah. No, I'm okay, thanks. Keep Ross Barkley. I like him though. I'm on the Ross Barkley hype train.
Interesting. At 30. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, so City lose, so they've dropped down to 7th? 6th?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. I think you're only one spot behind them, but I believe they're
on the same level. We're on 1 point difference, I think. That's all.
Yes, I know that. You're 8th, they're 7th. Yeah, 1 point difference.
Jesus.
Insane.
So crazy.
And Forest win again, which means they solidify their spot in 4th. Crazy.
Jesus.
Insane. Yeah. Another clean sheet as well. They've been the dark horse so far this season, but it's only December. We'll see, but crazy. Bournemouth move into 5th. Should we talk about that?
They've also been dark horses as well. They've cooked.
They have.
Speaking of cooking, laughing at him, not you guys. I'm laughing at him, because United just lost to Bournemouth, which is quite funny.
Again, 2nd season in a row, same fixture. We lose 3-0. They're our bogey team. we last beat them in, a year and a half ago? I remember I was at the game. That's the last time we beat them. 3-0 at home. Since then, we've lost, we've drawn. And even that game we drew, we should have lost. And now we've lost again. Iraola, man, I have to give him his props. He's beaten City. He's got a result against Arsenal, I think. He's a big game manager. And I have to respect it. I remember him on FIFA, back in FIFA 13. Slow guy. But he's not slow up here. He's a quick guy up here. I like the way they played. They played with 100 miles an hour from the beginning to the end. They were pressing us. They were cutting the passing lanes. I really like the way they play. But I don't like the way we play. I'll tell you that for free. We are shit. Right? This is the worst.
Where does being shit come from, by the way? What's the reason why? Is it the manager's tactics? Is it the players aren't trying hard enough? Because I've heard it all before, United fans.
Yes.
I've heard all these excuses.
Listen, for me, there's no excuse. I think the blame goes to everyone. Everyone can take a slice. The players can take a slice, the owners, the manager, everyone gets a piece. You can point fingers, you can be like, oh, he should have finished that. Oh, should we start with I was listening, because obviously I'm on BN, because I'm in Dubai. Andy Gray and Richard Keys were like, should he even be playing? Should they even be playing 3 at the back? And then I'm thinking, in my opinion, he should. I think if you're going to play this system, what's the point of being like, oh, I don't have the players, I'm going to play 4-3-3 until I have my players? When are you going to get your players? Are you going to wait until you have all the players you want? Then at that point, they won't be familiar with the system. Like, play it now.
We've seen that not work with United. We've just seen that exact situation where Ten Hag's came in, gotten players that he knows, and it's not worked out. So that's clearly not a system that is tried and tested.
Exactly.
Okay, so...
Yeah, Keys and Gray,
he's got to play. Yeah, well, that's obvious. They are bums, okay?
They are washed uncles. But yeah, no, I think the formation is not the problem. I think maybe Amorim said we were too nervous. I think that's a factor. The players need to be sure about the system. And I think another thing is we haven't, again, I said it last week, we haven't had much time on the training ground. But also the third thing is I don't think they're good enough. I think even if you give us time on the training ground, the best we can do is maybe top 7. I don't think we're that good. Like, again, this is the worst United side I've ever seen. 2.6 XG.
Damn.
I wasn't lying when I put in the chat, this is the single worst, this is the single worst United attacking / finishing performance I've ever seen in my life. It was so bad. Everyone was blazing it over the bar. A couple times it just whizzed past the post, and whenever we got it on target, it was right at Kepa. Kepa, by the way, shit keeper, but he showed up.
Finally
against us.
showing up.
Showed up, made some good saves. To have 20, however, I think like 25 shots, and only 7 of them be on target, and none of them only 1 really tested the keeper. That is a disgrace. Garnacho missed a 1-on-1, disgrace. Højlund has been dropped for Xerxes, man. Xerxes started today, and I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I don't actually have any problems with that, because Højlund has been crap recently, man. Outside of Europe, crap. And I don't know what the problem is. Xerxes is also crap, but for some reason he's been getting on the score sheet and getting the right positions better. It's just frustrating, you know. And I'm really happy that I was hoping we lost 5-0 actually, because I need Amorim, we all need Amorim to see the truth behind these players. Because I said it as soon as Ten Hag got sacked, no one forget these players are going to screw the next manager. Look at how crap they are, man. Rashford out of the squad for the 3rd game in a row. I think that's his United career over. Completely
as it should be.
Completely done.
We've been waiting for this guy to go for a while now.
That's true.
He's a bum. He's a straight-edged, lazy bum.
Yep.
Can't stay up with the pace in the Premier League. So cash in while you can, because he won't be any value soon.
He's 26. This is the perfect time. Yeah, I think he's gone. He's done. That phase,
he doesn't feel like 26 though, don't you think? He feels like 30 with the way that he plays.
For so long. Yeah, and like he's so entitled, you know. And I think one of the Sky Sports reporters, she said, she was like, Rashford. Firstly, she said the interview and the timing of the interview when it got released undermines the manager and what he's trying to rebuild at the club. And the second thing is the whole interview is him saying he is United through and through. He would never do anything to hurt the club or whatever. What he just did contradicts that completely. Everything that he says he stands for, he's gone against. And it's an interesting take, because I never looked at it that way. Like, he's saying all these things, but what is he doing? His actions are not, doing what his words are saying. He's got us all fooled, but not me. Okay, I loved you once, Rashford. It's time to go. It's time to put your boots up, give the number 10 to someone, give it to Ahmad, right? Give it to someone who deserves it, someone who runs after the ball, someone who looks like they care. It's such a shame, man. You're from Manchester, and it looks like you don't care. Sean Longstaff fucking cares, right? Stephen Taylor cared. Shola Amioni cared. All these guys, they all care. Mark Noble at West Ham stayed there until they were in the conference, almost winning the Conference League. Not because he was world class, but because he gave a shit. Rashford,
Mason Mount stayed at
Mason Mount is
very
made of
loyal.
He's not made of glass. He's made of something more fragile than glass that we haven't even discovered yet. He's
just sand. He's literally just sand. Like, his leg disintegrates.
He played 10 minutes against City and got subbed off. Like, he's done again. And then he put another message up of like, you don't know how I feel. Bro,
yeah. I'm sick of those messages, by the way. I'm actually sick of players putting out statements.
Man. Just get
literally,
fit.
Stop complaining and get fit. Honestly.
Literally, man.
Victim card. It's playing the victim card. That's what it is.
Black screen, zone in, do what you need to do. Sick of this social media woke nonsense.
Yes.
But yeah, United suck. Not surprising though. I'm not down. I'm just glad that Amorim can see it. That's my takeaway from this. And we move to Boxing Day against Wolves, who are on the new manager bounce. So that's going to be fun.
Well, a new manager bounce. So speaking of Wolves, they just fucking scored 4 goals against Leicester. Just destroyed them. That was be this. Maybe it was 3, but they put a lot of goals past Leicester, and Leicester did. That's the worst the worst performance I've seen from a Leicester team. They looked shocking, and the ref wasn't doing any favours, to be fair, but they looked really poor, and that is worrying, because last week you would have thought Wolves look like they're going to go down with the way it was all crumbling. The manager had just been fired, players fighting, staff members. It looked weird, and then they bounced back, and they had an XG of 0.96, and they'd scored 3 goals at one point. It was ridiculous.
The goals were dumb, though. You saw the second goal, right?
Of course.
Why? What was his name? Who is Leicester's keeper again?
No, this guy is on because their normal keeper's injured right now.
Yeah,
so
no, but regardless, they're both crap. I don't rate either of
they're
them.
both championship level keepers.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're doing in the Premier League.
Yeah, he was. Who was it? Danny Ward. Yes.
Oh
you
my
suck,
god,
mate.
Danny Ward.
The second goal. If you haven't seen it, please Google it, because it is one of the worst goals I've seen go in ever. It moves at 1 mile an hour, and the keeper dives for some reason near post. It's a really weird goal to concede. Anyway, Wolves are on the new manager bounce. Cunha is still very good. I think, regardless of what happens,
just taking him out my FPL. Just taking him out my FPL, by the way. Just
the Ben curse, because he's just transferred Isak in, so that means I'm going to transfer him out this week.
Yes, that's the smart thing to do.
Yes, but yeah, Cunha, I think this summer is going to get a move. I generally think if you sell Isak, you'd probably go for Cunha. I think we might go for Cunha as well. Like, the striker market is so limited. I rate him a lot. But yeah, let's go from one positive subject to the next. Newcastle, 2 wins this week. Jacob Murphy with 2 goals and 2. Oh, sorry, 3 goals and 2. No,
3 goals in 2 and 1 assist as well.
Exactly. So. Yeah, and his finishes have been mate. Fucking put your fucking laces through
nonsense. Sledgehammer shots. Where did he learn to do this? Where has this been for the past 2 or 3 seasons you've been with us?
Did it against Chelsea last year, once.
It's true, but also the infamous commentary from Newcastle, where it's like, just put it in the back of the net, man. And it's just him trying to dink it over the keeper. Now he's finally putting his laces through the fucking ball. Thank fucking God. And yeah, at least we've got a right winger. All the memes now are like, oh, Jacob Murphy when Newcastle starts searching for a right winger, and he just turns into prime Messi. Like, he had the most ridiculous assist the other day. He dribbled through the box, started turning towards going outside the box, back-heeled it.
Yeah.
It chipped over the defender's leg, landed at Isak, and Isak puts it in the goal. It was ridiculous.
That was a beautiful goal because the finish as well was like a snappy finish. It was just past it in. Isak in form, like you said, hat trick for him. I think it's a good time to be a Newcastle fan. Like we talked about this period. We talked about it from the beginning of the month. This festive period where there's a game every 2 or 3 days. If you hit form, it's perfect. It's amazing to set yourself up for 2025. So,
also,
what do you think?
Isak, the second Swedish player ever to score a hat-trick in the Premier League. And the last one was Larsson. Was it Larsson or something?
Yeah, I don't think Ibra did.
I don't even remember.
Larsson. Wait, actually, I don't think Henrik Larsson did.
Oh, I can't remember.
It must be Ilmander.
No. It wasn't Ilmander.
Swedish
Trust me.
players.
Trust me. It wasn't Ilmander.
Isak was the second after... Oh, Ljungberg. Jesus.
Oh, yes. Ljungberg. That's it. That's
Freddie Ljungberg. And it's the first Newcastle hat-trick since... Do you know the answer?
I can't say I do.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you 2 hints. The first one is he was against Southampton.
Give me 2 hints. Oh, okay. Well, okay. I know Wijnaldum scored a hat-trick.
No, that wasn't the
against
last
Norwich.
one. This one was in April 2019. What's your final answer?
2019. Against who, sorry?
Southampton, yes. 5 years since your last hat-trick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I have no idea. Southampton. What year is this? 2019?
Yeah.
Fucking Joelinton. I have no clue.
Jose Perez?
Oh, that bum. I thought it was at Leicester at that point.
No, I think he moved to Leicester the year after. But yeah, I remember.
Yes.
18, 19, I remember
sense.
he was still there and you're complaining and he scored a hat-trick. It's quite
This
funny.
guy was a bozo. He scored like one fucking back heel, and then he did well at Leicester, to be fair. Like, he did all right.
Yeah, he did.
But all like forwards, they come to Newcastle, play like shit, go elsewhere and play well. Mitrovic, fucking Jose Perez,
Yeah,
Wijnaldum, to be fair, midfielder, went to Liverpool.
Jesus,
help
I
them
don't
win the
want
Champions
to
League.
see what Isak does.
I know, yeah. If he goes to Arsenal, that would be crazy. I want nothing less than 100 million for him, though. Nothing less than 100 million
that's
for
fair.
Isak.
I think that's completely fair and justified, I think. But yeah, hopefully that should be your focus now. If you get Europe, you keep Isak. It's so simple.
Yeah.
And he is your... Maybe not... I'd say he's your best player. No, I'd say he's your best player. Your most influential
Definitely.
player.
When he's on form, he's world-beating level, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, he can change games to another level sometimes. Just even simple things like ball retention. Like, he has incredible ball control and ball retention for a lanky striker. Like, he'll run into a player, you won't know how he's ended up past him with the ball sometimes.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think the way he moves is also quite smooth. Silky smooth, should I say.
Silky smooth.
Silky smooth, yeah. I like him. But yeah, hitting form at the right time, Newcastle. Yeah, close to top 4.
Hitting form coming up to playing you bums as well.
Yeah, I was looking at that. We're at home, luckily. I mean, not that it makes that much of a difference, but we are at home. Yeah, I'm probably going to be watching that game with Johan, to be honest.
I'll stay out of our group chat then, because the abuse will be sickening.
No, but you're going to be... I think you'll beat us. Like, I think we lose to Wolves and we probably lose to you. Like,
I think so as well.
This team's mentality is really weak. Like, we came back against Victoria Pilsen and then everyone was hyped up. We came back against City and it's great. We concede 3 to Tottenham and it goes downhill again and we lose, and then we go to Bournemouth, concede once, we lose. Like, it's so fragile. It's not what you want from your group of players. So I generally don't think we've got it in us to beat you. Even if maybe on the day we play better than you, I still think you'll win. It's one of those.
Probably.
If we beat Wolves, we'll win. Very simple. Like, I know how this team works. These bums.
Seen this script before.
I've seen it so many times. In 11 years, coming on to 12 years, it's very depressing. Literally, like people are getting annoyed. I'm like, are you surprised? Are you actually surprised? I told you in the chat, I was like, is it surprising? I don't think so. Bournemouth are in really good form. I think they're a great team. And they're pushing for Europe. Them and Forest, man. Crazy. But yeah, apart from that, Arsenal win, 5-1, I think it is. Havertz
No
scoring.
Saka and performing.
Yeah, he injured.
Jesus as well.
Yeah.
Jesus scoring 2. He was scored like 5 goals in 2 games now.
Yeah, he's hit form.
It's ridiculous.
Man. He's hit form. Yeah, the thing is, it's Arsenal, so I'm not too worried. You know, Saka's out, which I think is a big blow for them. I think they'll obviously win the small games, but that is huge. That's the only difference maker in that team is Bukayo Saka. I don't think Odegaard's got the bottle for it. I think Martinelli's shit. I can't emphasize this point enough.
Scored today, no?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Hey, watch.
Anyone can score. I just don't rate him. I don't rate him, honestly. So Arsenal won. Chelsea drew with Everton 0-0.
Another, what I heard, disgraceful performance.
Who said that?
A man on Twitter with the follow-up to his name being _Trey. So, somebody, I'm not sure though. I'm not gonna call any names.
Who that is? Yes, but yeah, 0-0. 0-0. Jackson should have scored a goal. Pickford, did you see the Pickford tackle?
No, I didn't, but I just want to go back onto Jackson should have scored a goal there in my FPL. So, just want to let that be out.
Mate, it was like across the 6-yard box, and he was right in front of the goal, right at Pickford.
Oh, didn't he sky it over?
No, it hit Pickford. Like, it was right at the keeper.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Pickford
Still.
2-footed someone in the box. I'm very surprised it wasn't a penalty.
I've
So
seen
Chelsea should have scored. I should have got some Palmer captain points there, but sadly, I did not. So
I
Chelsea
captained Salah.
Oh, did you? Damn.
I did.
Damn.
3 goals and 2 goals and 2 assists.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
First,
ridiculous.
that's a good segue. First player to reach double figures in assists and goals before Christmas in the Premier League ever.
Wow, bro, this guy, insane,
Machine.
Literally insane.
Machine.
Arguably the best right wing. I mean, definitely the best right winger in the world. Not really any arguments, I would think, from anyone. I mean, if you put, I think Mohamed Salah makes it into any team in the world. To be quite frankly,
I think so. Yeah, definitely. He's unreal. He's a goal and assist machine, man. This guy doesn't stop. And it's we were saying that Liverpool should cash in on him, but if he keeps doing this, I understand if you want to give him a 1 to 2 year extension because he deserves it, man. He's the best player in the league right now. He's a top scorer. He's got 14 goals, maybe 15 now. I'm not sure actually, but he's top scorer by far. He's on course to break his own record from his first year, which is crazy. Yeah, man. Liverpool are gonna win the league. What are you gonna do?
And it's one of those things where honestly, I'd rather Liverpool win the league than Arsenal. And I know you're probably going to say no to that.
Yeah, I'd say no to that.
I cannot stand Arsenal winning the league. It would just ruin my year, to be honest. And luckily we're only just going into 2025, but it would ruin my season, I'd say, if Arsenal won they won the league.
I think either would. It's kind of just like it's picking 2 blokes to nick your wife.
It's true.
I honestly, if it was up to me, everyone would lose and everyone just gets points deducted, But yeah, man. Spurs. We talk about Spurs, man. 9 goals conceded in 2 games at home. I understand that you won 1, but is that? I was seeing calls for like, is Angel that? Because I think he's a decent manager, but is he?
I usually win things in my
Spurs?
2nd season.
The thing is, I can see him beating Liverpool in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, and then meeting either you or Arsenal in the final, and then losing. Like that's just Tottenham.
Please, but I don't like the idea of beating Tottenham. I'd much rather beat Liverpool or Arsenal. Just so much more satisfying to beat them in the final because Tottenham. I actually want Tottenham to do well. I'm not a Tottenham hater. I want Tottenham to get a trophy because I want to end the stigma of them not being able to win a trophy. But I just personally think it's more satisfying than to fucking slap Arsenal at Wembley. That'd be great.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'd agree with that for sure, but I think you have a better chance against Tottenham if that final happens. But yeah, man,
Yeah,
I just think there's a problem at Spurs. I mean, we've all seen the problem at Spurs. It's been going on for decades now, but bro, Ange is a good manager, and I think that at a lot of other clubs he'd be doing a lot better, but I think the mentality at the club from the top down isn't right. How can you concede 9 goals in 2 games at home? Like, oh, by the way, the score was 6-3 to Liverpool. Insane. It was an attacking masterclass, to be fair. I really enjoy watching Liverpool play as a neutral. Really fucking hurts to say that, but I'm watching it. I'm like, the fluidity that they play with, how they know where the other one's gonna be. They don't even need to look up. They'll play like these outside of the foot passes. They'll play these crazy. Trent is back in the half space, crossing it in and getting assists. Like, when all this shit starts happening again, I know what comes next. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's really
not good to be a United fan.
It is the worst time. It's the 80s, man. It's the 80s again. Liverpool are the best. Forest are top 4, and we are mid-table and a cup team. So, this is what we do. And, Newcastle's all right. So it is definitely the 80s.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. Is there anything else you want to say about the games?
I just think that defensively there's so much wrong with the way that Ange sets up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's been like that for 2 seasons now. Super high scoring team, but also leak goals at the back. Now, we need to figure out if Ange wants to stay for a long time and try and win trophies at Tottenham. He's got to fix those holes. Obviously the biggest gap in his game is consistency and just defense. They have such a leaky defense, and some of their fullbacks can get forward, get really high up the pitch, but the line that they hold is too high, and they just get exposed when strikers and diagonal runs and players will draw them out of position. It just leaves this pitch too open, especially with the Premier League. Like, the levels of through balls and the quality of the pass is so much better compared to the Scottish League, where people can barely play 1-2s. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, and also he hasn't got the personnel to deal with it, I think, as well. I mean, Van der Ven is probably the only one who in that back line where you'd be like, oh, okay, he could start it. Most high level teams. Yeah. But apart from that, I don't think anyone else. That's the issue, and I think that's similar to what City are doing right now. They're still playing like they had the form and the players that they had last year. You don't. You need to change your game a bit. And I think that little break in January that we get is going to be key for them to get their shit together, essentially. Also for us to actually get some training in. But yeah, games, like I said, games are coming thick and fast now. Fucking load of literally two match weeks until we'll probably do another touchliner. So
okay. Let's bash through these.
We can rattle through these. All right. City Everton at home.
City Everton at home. It's got to be a blitzing from City, surely.
Yeah, I think it should be, but also Everton draw a lot and keep clean sheets.
It's true. Deitch effect. I don't know. I don't personally know. I'm gonna say City take that one comfortably. Actually, 2-0. 2-0 at home. That's what I'm gonna go for.
2-2. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Chelsea Fulham. Chelsea will win, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Newcastle against Aston Villa. You guys are at home. You guys are going to win. You're at home.
I also agree. But I think this is going to be a dismantling. No, I don't. I think it's going to be a decent game. Aston Villa, again, we said they weren't slowing down earlier and they just beat City. So coming off probably quite confident. Duran just in the form of his life, and Watkins actually coming off the bench for Durant, which is crazy. So they're in great form. Everyone's playing well, but St. James's Park is a fortress. Hopefully we can carry some of this form into that game, and I'm going to say 3-1, but because there's no way we're keeping a clean sheet. It's not happening. But 3-1, I'm predicting a Harvey Barnes goal. That's all I'm predicting. A Harvey Barnes goal.
Run back the opening day of last season?
Yes, please. And that means Tonali must score as well. So,
yeah, I think Tonali's cooking right now. Like, I enjoyed watching him against Brentford. Yeah. Forest against Tottenham.
that's going to be a Forest win.
Damn. Yeah, I think so too. They're at home. I think so. Wolves against United. We're away. Lose.
Yeah.
3-1. We're going to lose 3-1.
I'll say 3-1 as well, to be honest. I reckon you get pumped.
Yeah.
Cunha's going to cook, because I took him out my team.
They're just going to be clinical. We saw them today. They're very clinical, and we're not.
Yeah.
We can control the ball, which I think we've improved that. That's probably the thing I think we've improved that the most. We control the ball better. We get in the right places, and we just can't finish. You know, so I think it's going to be the same old story. Yeah, let's see. Skip past. Liverpool will beat Leicester. Arsenal will beat Ipswich. Leicester against City.
Leicester against Man City. Leicester will probably get cooked. They just got destroyed at home today, so...
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I think so too. Tottenham, Wolves. Tottenham.
Should be Tottenham.
Draw.
That screams a 2-2 draw, but I'm going to say 2-1 to Tottenham.
I'm going for a draw there.
Okay.
West Ham, Liverpool. I swear that already happened. I don't know. West Ham, Liverpool. I think Liverpool will win, obviously.
Yeah, we'll say that could be a thumping.
It could be, or it could be close. You know, you never know. West Ham.
Yeah. I'm going to say 3-0 to Liverpool.
Fairs. I can back that. I can say 3-1 actually. I think Bowen will score. Okay, let's see. Villa Brighton. That'll be a good game. Villa Brighton will be a good game.
I
think
I reckon. Brighton are all right though. Brighton are okay.
They haven't won in their last 5. You know
I know, but we're gonna beat Villa, and then that'll be them going into their next game coming off a loss.
True.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, but I still think Villa are better. I'm gonna go with Villa on that one. I'm gonna go with Villa.
Okay, I'm gonna change it on that one. I'm gonna say 1-0 to Brighton. Boring game.
Interesting. Okay. And the final game, the Big Daddy, the kicker. Okay. Man United, Newcastle. Tell me what you think is gonna happen.
At Old Trafford, there's a lot of water leaking all over the place. We know that's a fact, but the water will not be leaking from the stadium. It will be leaking from the United fans' eyes, because it's gonna be a cooking. Okay, the defensive shape for Man United right now is woeful. It's woeful, and they are struggling to adapt to a new formation, a manager who's never played in a league this intense before, and some of the highest paid players are not even in the team. So I reckon we will win 3-0. 3-0. A pumping. And Lewis Hall to score a banger, because he always does at Old Trafford.
Does. I'm going to go with 3-2 to Newcastle. I think it's going to be close. I think individual brilliance will get us 2 goals like it did. It wasn't really brilliance against Tottenham, but individual moments, I'd say, will get us some goals. But I still think we lose. And we go into 2025 in like 15th.
Damn. The worst. This is the worst that you've been this point in the year since the 80s. No?
Since 89. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That is insane.
Well. It's okay because, yeah.
Very okay. It's fine. It's okay. He's not crying.
Okay. Bum of the week. I was, for me, I had this nailed on for Bayern, but Fraser Forster went and conceded 6 today. So yes. After the howler you had against United and then concede 6, you are the unequivocal bum of the week, Fraser Forster. How are you still playing Premier League football? You suck.
I agree.
Danny Ward, you're close in 3rd as well behind Altay Bayindir. Yeah.
championship keepers. Let's be honest. What is Bayinda doing in the squad, by the way? Can we just ask that question?
Bro, honestly, we were wondering why he didn't get any game time, and now we know.
He's ass. That's
Yeah,
why.
he's dog.
Total shit.
He is dog. But yeah, I mean, a lot of players at United are. Malacia is still dog. Just wanted to get that in there.
Yeah, but he's still recovering from dying, apparently.
Yeah, that's true. He is, but still shit.
Yes.
So who cares about football? I mean, we'll see next week. Maybe United can win against Wolves. Who knows? But yeah, this is gonna be the last episode before Christmas. So give everyone a nice Christmas message.
Me? I'm not very Christmassy, but I'll do my best. You make sure you put the cookies out and then the carrots for the fucking elk or reindeer, whatever they are.
Elk.
As you ever do that when you were younger. You used to put out carrots and
cookies and milk.
Yeah, you'd put out carrots for the reindeer. See, we're accommodating in Newcastle. We're trying to get the reindeer fed as well. You just want the presents. You're a bum. That's all. Anyways, have a nice Christmas.
Yes, have a great Christmas, and if we don't record before the New Year, have a Happy New Year, and season 3 will be back in 2025. But yeah, everyone like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that good stuff, and we'll see you by the New Year in a bit.